I shared about semen retention with my classmates, and I did it last week during a presentation. We weren't talking about like sexual things at all, but the conversation somehow leaned towards sex. And I mentioned this thing that I think I mentioned yesterday, maybe I'm wrong, called sharpening of the sword, which is, I think it's like a Japanese way or Chinese way, I can't remember. But it's about doing this practice of expanding the time before orgasm. So you get very close during sex and you stop yourself, and you can train yourself to almost experience an orgasm. You can train yourself to do that and not release. So I shared about this with my classmates because I'm studying massage therapy, and now they have this like inside joke of sharpening of the sword, and they always look at me and they think about sharpening of the sword, and I laugh, they laugh, I laugh, haha, funny. But I was walking today and I was thinking, why are they really laughing and what are they laughing at? Because I don't know, in Lithuania maybe it's considered still kind of shameful to talk about sex. I don't know, I think it comes from Soviet Union. This whole thing of taboo, like sex being taboo. We didn't have any sex education during school, and I think that really influenced us having like all these addictions, because when it's not talked about or it's not like allowed to talk about, it's always a taboo. And obviously whatever's like not allowed, you're gonna want to know more about it, obviously. So kids start to try and find it out themselves, and it's not talked about between parents and children. So when they discover it, it's like a big secret, and I think it's really wrong. And all of this laughing about semen retention, I laugh at it too, because they see it as a joke, but really inside, and when I leave the classroom, I'm like thinking, I'm so proud that I'm doing this, and I know I'm only on like day 8, basically 7 plus. So it's only been a week that I've been retaining, but it's been conscious this time. It hasn't been like accidental, it hasn't been that I just forgot about it and I'm not doing it just because I forgot about it. Like this time I'm really like thinking about it and kind of looking for the changes that are happening in my life. And I already can feel the differences, because I'm like really looking forward to like a week from now, a month from now. It's like getting sober, but getting sober was like, I don't know, I didn't even count that much. Like this feels like every single day is like precious, because all of that energy that you don't release during masturbation, all of that energy goes back into your body, and you can do things more energetically. You remember things better. Your skin glows different. Your hair grows different. You just feel better. and I've been feeling like I've been rethinking my whole life, and looking back at things and thinking like, why am I feeling like shit? Like, why was I feeling like shit then? Maybe it was because of this after all, and even talking about stpd, like schizotypal personality disorder that I've been diagnosed. I was like thinking how much of that has been influenced by my inability to retain semen. So I'm like really on this journey right now. Like, I might be talking about it too much, but I think it's an important topic. I don't know about you, but I think it's as important for women as it is for men. Like, women don't understand, I think, how important this is for a man to do, and how much they could, I'm not saying they should, but they could support their man in this journey if someone is a couple, if somebody has a boyfriend, like, if you're a woman, wouldn't you like to see your man like strong and shining and glowing and not depleted? Or would you rather see him as drained out of his energy, because women can see that. Like, if somebody is depleted of their energy, women can see that. Like, men can see that, women can see that. They can feel it. Something is off about this guy, you know? And then the same thing happens when you retain just the opposite. Like, you are glowing. Like, I don't know, I've been watching all of these dudes talk about semen retention on YouTube, and I've been getting inspired more and more. And fuck it, I'm talking about it because I think it's important. It's something that's been with me my whole life, this you can call it disability, because you're like disabling yourself continuously when you're releasing continuously. And I've lasted like weeks, maybe 2 weeks has been my longest. And then you think about it, your whole life, like, you've been always releasing. Like, it's not good. Like, there's so much energy wasted. Like, maybe like by any accident I have lasted longer, but now thinking about it consciously, it's been like 2 weeks. So once I hit 2 weeks, it's gonna be my record. But if you're somebody that's trying this, let them laugh, let them look at you weird, if they don't understand what you're doing. If your woman doesn't understand what you're doing, fuck it, let them go. Or just let them laugh, you don't need to be drastic about it, but you will see the differences in how you feel even after a week, But you gotta do it consciously. You can't be sitting on the fence, You can't be sitting on the fence and thinking, I might do it, I might not do it. I might, if you think you might do it, then you probably will. And you don't want to do it. Like, you really don't want to do it. You enjoy it for 5 seconds. And then what? You're all messy, you're all dirty, you're all mentally fucked. Your brain is fucked. Everything's foggy. You can't remember shit. You can't remember why you're on this earth. You can't remember your purpose, your identity. You're just depleted, like drained out of your energy by your own will. So I let them laugh, like, they can laugh, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not going to be afraid of talking about it, because I think that it's a big shame. Like, a lot of women that I know, they always tell me, I don't know any man that doesn't watch porn. Like, every man that I know says that he watches porn. And when you think about it, like, that's not normal. That shouldn't be normal. If that's considered normal, then this whole world is normal, and this whole world is sexualized, Everything, you go on Instagram, you go on YouTube, you go on shorts, reels, whatever, all you see is just like asses and tits. Like, and your own mind, like my own mind, subconsciously, even now, like, I'll be honest with you, I go sit down to draw and I'm like, okay, what should I put on the background, in the background? And all of this like sexualized content comes up, and it's like, oh, I'll just watch this story about cops being arrested, and there's some sexual twist to it, and I'm like, I was like watching or listening to it, and I'm like thinking, wait a minute, what am I doing? Like, I'm already indulging in something sexualized, and I don't even realize it because it's so subconscious. Like, I still crave for it. So like instantly I was like, what do I really want to watch? And I was like, I want to watch stuff about what I'm doing now, which is retaining. So I started watching again, like, all these videos about retention, and again, it felt like I was gaining energy again, I wasn't depleting myself, because it all starts in the brain, like this whole action of depleting yourself starts with the thought, and you don't even have to be like masturbating. You can just be thinking about it, and it's already, let's call it a sin, That's why I think it's called a sin, because you're already sinning to your body, You already might be on the way to another depletion, another loss, another L. You're about to catch an L. So, do you want to do that? Like, I don't want to do that. And it's like walking on on the edge of a knife. It feels like sometimes, it just takes that, like, a tiniest amount of going to the left, and you're there again, But I don't know about you. I made a decision. I want to see where I'll be after 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 50 days, 100 days. Maybe I'll even last a year, And I thought about it. Yesterday was a year since I've been doing these videos. And I thought to myself, because when I uploaded that video about porn addiction, for the whole day I was thinking, what am I doing? Like, what am I felt so ashamed. I was like, am I just like doing this to get some views? Like, why am I sharing this stuff? I felt so ashamed. I was like, my mom's gonna watch this, And I was like, once I started watching more stuff about semen retention, I was like, no, I'm doing the right thing. I'm talking about this, Then I got, shout out to Nick. I got Nick's comment, and I was like, yeah, the real people understand. The real ones understand. And I'm doing this for the real ones. Like, if anyone's laughing, if anyone's pointing fingers, if anyone's talking shit about you for doing this, for talking about this, talking about the porn addiction, like, they're probably there at home hiding, beating one off, and you're different. You made a decision. Like my friend, he calls himself IMAD, and it stands for I made a decision. And I like that, you know. I'm mad. So be an IMAD, you know, make a decision and be strong for yourself. Like, I even feel like my whole body is changing, you know, slowly. Like, my voice, the way I speak, especially when I speak about this topic. And that's what I wanted to say. It's like, it's been a year since I'm doing this, and I thought, you know what? It's a good topic to talk about on a 1-year anniversary of doing this channel. It's a good topic. It's a good shift of energy because I really want to make an impact. Like, I want to set the record straight, even if it's just for myself. And you got to start with yourself always. So I've been trying to change, you know, I've been trying to improve. I've been trying to be a better person. Like, I stayed sober for a year completely, and I'm still sober, but I was always depleting myself, like ashamed about it, like feeling ashamed, and no more, you know, no more. And I want to wish you luck on your journey. Hopefully you're on this journey as well. If you're a man, if you're a woman, it's a bit different for you, but you know, people can always sharpen the sword. You can always sharpen the sword with your partner. You know, get close, but not too close. And I think it's good. I think that practice is like really something valuable, you know. So well done for everyone that's trying to improve in their lives, even if it's not talking about this, you know, like just any aspect of your life. But this will help you improve. So really hope that you get this message. If you found something that resonated with you, drop a comment or share this video or like or subscribe or just comment, say, hey, you know, if you feel like it. I know that you're listening. So I know that you're listening. And if not, I'm wishing you a good day anyway. This shit is not for everyone. I never thought that I'll be doing a YouTube channel where I'll be talking about this kind of stuff, to be honest. But what's the point of doing this stuff if you can't be honest? Like, you gotta be honest in your life, you know? And you're putting it on a record and, you know, lifting yourself up, lifting your soul up. Like, there's nothing better that you can do to your own body. Like, your whole life will change. I feel it already changing. Like, I feel more productivity, like squeezing through. Like, I'm just like, I want to do more stuff, you know. I'm more capable of doing stuff. So hopefully you'll have a nice day, morning, evening, nighttime. I'm proud of you, proud of the work that you've been doing. Much love to you, to your family, to your surroundings, from Lithuania, from these forests of Lithuania. I thank you for being here on this channel, and I wish you a wonderful day. I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Much love, take care, and peace.